Shotokan Karate Association's national junior team. Starting from my left, right here, Jared Hoffman, Sean Herman, Jonathan Kitto, David Horner, and Kyle Whitehead. All these boys have competed internationally and national and international level. They've all won really good honors in that field. We're going to take you through a usual class, and then we'll just show you a few techniques that we like, that we use a lot, and see if they work. So usually we start off a class with a great deal of stretching and loosening up exercises. So I'll just get boys to bow in. It's what we normally do. Skate. Okay. Most of the commands you hear today are all going to be in Japanese. We're an international association, and that just happens to be the international language we use. If we go to a club anywhere else in the world, we want to make sure we know what they're talking about, so we all use the same language. Okay, we're going to do a warm-up now, just some nice, easy. And we use a system called PNF, or proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation stretching, which is a little bit different, but it really works well. All the boys here are in the 13 to 17 year age group. Average age is about 15. Some of them have been training since they were 7 years old, some of them since about 10. We move on to some standard drills just to warm up. So spread out a little bit, boys. These are just static drills, and what we do, a lot of this stuff is repetitious. We just make sure that they're doing it right, and we do it often enough so they build up speed and power. And all the commands you hear are probably going to be in Japanese, but they know what I'm talking about. Kibadachi, Mike. Sanpon Suku, H. Ikidambarai, H. Maigeriusu, H. And I'm going to come back to that drill. We use a really sharp snap of the hip. Lots of power from the lower body and legs. Right, all the way through. Ich. Ni. San. Chi. Go. So if you listen and you copy, you'll all go home learning how to count in Japanese, won't you? Okay, man. Yeah. Just carrying on warming up. Relax your hands, boys. Right. Maigeri step back, maigeri shift. H. Get a nice shift of the legs. This is really handy when you make it doing fighting and sparring. Knee. Cut. Just a nice shift of stance. Often confuses the opponent. Chi. Go. Out. Then we'll put a kick with the combination. Right. Yakuzuki. Shiza maigeri. Yakuzuki kamai. Right. 1 2 2. Okay, and the loud shouts you hear what we call kiais, and this is a product of the breathing. You try to push through from the abdominal muscles against the diaphragm, force the air. Hey, Sanpon Suki. Ne. Okay, now. Ageuki Sotoke down. Hey. These are our combination blocks and strikes. We usually treat our blocks as strikes, so if we make a block, we try to do as much damage as we can with it before we counter. Kizamezuki, stepping forward, Rensuki. 8. Back. Ageuki Soto Gedan Uchi Kizami grab. 8. This is a 4 block and 2 punch combination. Just loosens the shoulders up, gets everything moving. Urakan Gya. It's just a strike and a punch. Shuto Kizami Maigeri Nukte. Open hand blocks, front snapping kick and strike. Often the theme of the kata is named after an animal or a bird or a movement from the kata. The theme of this kata is a flight of a swallow, and you can see by the swooping strikes and actions why it's named like that. Each of the techniques has a particular application. And the kata is quite a light kata, done rather swiftly. The slow movements are to emphasize strength and the application of the technique. That's Jonathan, his award-winning film. In this instance, the attack's known, and the defender is pretty much stuck to what he's going to defend with and his counter. What he's trying to improve is his timing and distance. The number of attacks, and they're all pushed directly to target or through the target. Defender strikes. Usually done with a lot of spirit. I think they're a little shy. That's basic sparring. The targets are well known, and then we have them blocked. We're going to go on to a little bit more advanced sparring. This is Kyle Whitehead and David Horner. This is a little bit more freestyle stance. The attacks are a lot faster. And the defender may even go in to meet his opponent. We do a lot of takedown sweeps, and we always finish the opponent off. We don't always counter with a punch, we'll often counter with a kick. At this stage, the techniques are still controlled a lot. Distance is a little closer, speed's a lot faster on the technique. A nice takedown. If you can spot them. This kata is called Kankusho. A lot of fast simultaneous blocks and strikes. A lot of smooth, strong actions, and a lot of fast snapping actions. Throughout the training, we try to incorporate the total body in the technique for power. If possible, we'd like to finish with one blow. That's Sean Herman. And I've shown him on this as well. Come on, you can work a little harder. This is a set series of kicks. What we're going to do is change the target each time from stomach area to face area, and change the type of kick from a snapping action to a thrusting action using kicks. Mate, help! You might get it 2 down step back, 4 down step forward each. Kick on me, knee, Mawashi-san, Ushiro Arashi. Hey, back. Hey, 1 count smooth. Hey. Hey, mate. Speed and power. Have you noticed it's not just the waving of the legs that the boys are doing, they're putting the whole body behind the technique. Also, they're kicking with certain areas of the foot. There's lots of different weapons they can use. Very often the ball of the foot, or the blade, or the heel. Okay. Or it could. Hey! Hey, back. Hey! Target has to be precise. It's no good just waving your legs around. Hey, mate. Hey, man. That's a basic kick. Hey, back like each. Kizami. Ushiro. Ushiro. Hey, mate. Hey, 1 count smooth. Hey. Lots of hips, lots of snap, and lots of power. Matei. Sweet. Hey. Come on. Hey. Just to loosen the hips up. Matei. Okay, reverse. So it's going to look like a mirror performance. This is quite difficult, so just see if you can spot which one's doing it in reverse. Well, you probably won't if you don't know it, right? Okay, try it. Wait. This is defense from the ground. This cast is extremely advanced because one of the jumps in it requires a 360-degree turn in mid-air. Also, when performing kata, you always use imaginary opponents from different directions. So you have to be extremely varied in the techniques. That's Unsu. Islanded. And then secondly a little faster. So we're going to attack in sequence, and he's going to have to stay sharp and watch his distance. Moving, because everybody's a different length on the technique, and attacking with a different technique. So we're using different kinds of techniques. And that's Sean doing a line drill. Very short demonstration, I'm sure you'll understand, because there's a lot going on all the time. So I'm going to show you is like a setup situation, but we're going to try and put as many techniques into it as we can. This is Jonathan, and he's on his way home from school. I don't think he will. You better wake up, Sean. Uh-oh. Oh, it's okay. Defense from the ground. Oh, look out. Oh, they've got him now. Maybe not. Oh, that hurts. That's Jonathan. John. Sorry, Kyle, Jonathan, Sean, David, and Jared.